How do we reverse this? Clearly, with the disruptive balance of the force, right? No more Zodiark. Things are not balanced anymore. Are we gonna do some time shenanigans like we've done before with Graha? How else do you solve that, right? The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiark broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loporrits, though it is not clear who or what they are. Ooh, I wonder what the Loporrits are. What's the beast tribe gonna be in Endwalker? You come across them yet? The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. Yeah, we've seen some monologues of him here on the moon, right? It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiark from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiark so long as he remains imprisoned. Could be a little column A, column B, right? Because even Fan Daniel said this guy, Zodiark, Zodiark, he wasn't whole enough, right? So maybe, I bet they're just waiting for the right time, but that is, that is something to note, right? They know we wouldn't dare destroy Zodiark or anything. He's just going to be chilling here. Tyon Steel, good luck on the journey. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. Now that there's no need to keep the brands up and running, is Hydaelyn going to be able to regain some energy, some power here, make herself more known? This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydaelyn. Okay, so Hydaelyn made the moon, the most elaborate prison system. Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Etheris. Etheris? Sure. This thing looks gnarly. Look at this thing. Big old teeth and everything. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. Which expansion was that? I feel like we saw a weird thing in like Stormblood. Yeah, the source of the irregularities that they were detecting during that time. Like, I wonder... I mean, is that the big bad? Is there like a bigger bad? Because we always thought Zodiark was the, like, the big bad, but Zodiark was the was a means to an end, right? Something else was causing these things here. They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where the next corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. I mean, that makes sense, right? We detect a lot. Well, detect, but we use the like Y'shtola, like we can use the ethereal currents to detect any abnormalities. Eden, right? Or at least we can see like where the ether is flowing, or where it's going into, what's channeling, or what's consuming it, or drawing it. But these are disruptions in it. The currents which course through the land and seas. Yeah, they were talking about that, right? I forget when exactly it was brought up, but yeah, there's like these ley lines, right? Ethereal ley lines, just everywhere, going through everything. Yep, those which flow through the very air. It's the force. It's the energy, the force, and those of a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon. Celestial nature. Okay, these ones I'm interested in, the celestial ones. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. I mean, something like that, just saying like, hey, there's also these like celestial currents. That just, it just speaks of a more grandiose like force or something, right? Perhaps something related to the final days back then. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Okay, so the first thing I think of when I hear something like that is like imagine like a god, right? Imagine like Lion King, right? Everything the light touches is their kingdom. So anywhere these currents go is like their domain where they have some control. But when it weakens, where it weakens, I mean that's when they lose their power a little bit, right? That area can succumb to whatever other forces or they're contending with. That's my first thought when I think of this. Correlation with that clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents. I mean, if it's just like the life force of the universe, and that part of the world, or that part of the universe ain't getting no getting no life force, then it dies. Or something, right?
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived.
Oh, you know, we should have paid greater attention to Urianger's lessons here. If darkness is there, the darkness is the force of like activity and growth. Precisely with the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted. Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake them, and I guess unmake him. And I guess it, you know, the proof is here, right? They've just been binding him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. With his departure, now those celestial ley lines that became renewed, so to speak, right? Now they're dying off again. Hence, again, leading to the final days. That was the cause of the final days, or, you know, one of the symptoms of it. And now the medicine is gone. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac herself and the star into lesser reflections that she might confine him in this place. Okay, no. I was just thinking about my presumptions of who caused the sundering. Did we know that Hydaelyn intentionally did the sundering on purpose? Or was it always implied that the sundering was just a byproduct of their, you know, bout, of their fight? I feel like it was the latter. I feel like that was my understanding up until this particular point. It's been a long ride, right? And what she told me in the Ethereal Sea was false. What did she specifically tell us in the Ethereal Sea? We'll go with this one. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. You don't remember? There's a lot of lore, right? A lot of lore. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. I have a question. And I forget the exact words that Urianger said, but he alluded to what the purpose of darkness is, right? What's the purpose of light? Like thinking of it as Zodiac, his purpose was to, you know, rejuvenate or whatever, the celestial ley lines. Does Hydaelyn have an effect on those ley lines as well? On those ethereal lines, the celestial lines? Or was Hydaelyn just, you know, keep Zodiac in check? Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her?
Well, they're about to do number 8, and we're on the brink of number 8, so...
How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
They basically said it would take all of our lives to bring back what they were trying to bring back, Zodiac in their world. I just had a crazy thought. We'll call it Plan Z. Right, the last plan that we have if all else fails. I don't know how long it would take. Well, can we resummon Zodiac? That's why it's Plan Z. Also because it's the last in the alphabet. But can we resummon Zodiac? Bring the balance back somehow? Do we have that capability? Who has that power?
Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
Bring ruin to the source and its reflections will share in its fate. This reminds me of when we were first learning about the calamities and how, you know, these other worlds were being destroyed and calamities were happening here on the source. Back then, my thought was, oh, calamity happens here on the source. In turn, that directly destroys the other worlds, when in fact it was the other worlds being destroyed causes calamity here, or rejoining, I should say, not being destroyed, but rejoining. But here it's, you know, it goes both ways. Source dies, then so do the reflections. Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. Alright, this is Plan A. On Plan A first. Oh. It's a vessel. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. Fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the dark. Oh, man. The Watcher. I like the Watcher. Are these pilots gonna be whatever they reference in the little crystals that we learned about, that who helped the Watcher here? Forget their names. It has been a couple weeks, right? But I'm feeling refreshed, ready to get back into it. I wanted to talk about my, you know, a little theory, right? How do we fix this, right? What if to fix all this, we gotta summon Zodiark back somehow? Is that possible? Can someone summon the Zodiark back? Because how else do we fix this? How else do we bring back the balance if not, you know, summoning Zodiark back somehow? Another theory, this one's a little more chaotic than the first one. Okay, so this theory doesn't really work out as much because Zodiark's whole purpose was to bring back the, or help out those ley lines a little bit, right? To rejuvenate them. What if we get rid of Heidelin? Now things are kind of balanced again because now there's no... I'm not saying it to do it in a malicious way, but what if she's like, oh, now you must get rid of me so we can bring balance back? But then that kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, these ley lines and preventing the final days again. We bring balance back, but we're back to square one, where the final days is free to happen again. This would be a cool, you know, just a scenic thing to be a part of, if not for the imminent destruction of, no, our universe. Speak friend and enter. The structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Emertine. Sure, but the average Emertine is nowhere near this size either. Is this a teleport that I can go back and forth with? Awesome. It is. Oh, look at the door. Wow. The door is just open. Let's go in with our zoo here. This reminds me of like Halo. Okay, now we got some ominous music here. Yeah, music makes all the scenes, right? Take any scene and strip away the music. I think it loses, unless it's intended that way, but it might lose a little oomph. Look at these little hovels, these little houses. They're so funny. Reminds me of like Dragon Ball Z or something. Maybe? I don't know. Oh! Hello? It's so cute. Hello? I love it. I love it. Yes, bring them all out. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got the music going too. Oh, there's so many of them. It's an army. Oh, they're so cute. They're so small. But these are mammoths, right? They're like automatons. What are mammoths? Mammoths are like automatons, right? Oh, this one's this one's tired. Oh my god. Oh, is this the leader? This is their leader here. Oh, leader has a different
Lively, everyone.
yeah, leader has a different shade here. Mammoths are like automatons. Okay.
I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiark, alas, is no more.
Okay, first of all, I love the voice. the voice is so cute. But second of all, this is what they've been preparing for. They've been preparing for this. This is the one moment. The one thing that they've been bred, or well, created for, right? And they've gone through this procedure over 1,000 times. And on the 1,243rd time, it's for real. Let's see them in action here. VA is awesome.
Our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheris to safety.
Yo, I love this voice. I love the voice. It's like I can't. Can I do the voice? I can't do the voice. To safety. Oh wait.
Our time has come, my friends.
Oh my god. You cried because they were too cute? Literally cried? I mean, look at this. And then they got the music playing too? Oh. Alright. Must protect these at all costs. This is like peak Final Fantasy right here.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive.
Okay. I wouldn't be like 100%. A voice actor could pitch their voice to this, but I wonder if they, you know, someone actually made it or they had to pitch someone's voice down. I feel like it's pretty organic.
I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Atheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
I must protect these at all costs. Oh, they're so organized. They're so organized. Look at that. I want one. Can I have one? Like minion? Is it possible?
A curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
I would be very eased if I, you know, was taking a shuttle through space, you know, in the face of imminent doom and destruction. Like, I'd feel pretty at ease. Hurry now, time is of the essence. Pick up the pace, everyone. Do slow down, won't you? Wait for me, I beg you. Oh, you gotta wait for this one. Oh, they disappeared. All right, you better watch out here. We got a snappy one here who looks to be our commander. When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Hum, hum, hum. We're gonna hum. Yeah, let's do that. What was that supposed to be? Your humming, if one can even call it that, is atrociously off key. It should sound more like this. As leader of the Loporrits, I cannot allow substandard attempts at musicality to go unremarked, even if you are a guest. This is peak Final Fantasy. I love it. You know when you're starting to get to the peak or like the end game-ish part of a Final Fantasy game, when you start including like space or like some futuristic technological like cloning or something, like you're reaching that that final arc. Oh, they're so cute.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem.
Introductions are in order. Ahem.
My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporrits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world.
Yes, you are. You are indeed.
More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw.
Oh, wow. These things are precious. Must protect at all costs.
The name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Yes, you are. You are. This is my dream. If I had a genie wish, this might be one of them.
Here we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now.
I see that. I see that. What's this big thing up here? What is this? What is this? I know this is not part of this simulation. I'm just curious what this globe thing is. Is that also the moon or something? Anyway.
Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade.
Yes, I see that.
A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
You know, it is, again, I know this was the whole entire purpose of this, but this cute little Livingway, Loporrit or whatever, is just calmly going about like, yeah, you know, this calamity is, you know, it's gonna bring an end to all life. I'm just, you know, letting you know this is happening with their cute little voice and everything. Oh my god.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
At some point, right, it was bound to happen. Zodiac is gonna keep gaining strength. Or someone's gonna come along one of these days and ruin the party.
Doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun.
Yeah. It starts to go bad, right?
The most earnest wishes or prayers
No.
will not stop it from rotting to the core.
No, it won't. That carrot's gonna rot.
So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
No, I understand. I get the carrot. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta leave the carrot behind. That's so
And
cute.
this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Okay, how does this fit in line with? Do the Charlians know this? Is this why they're getting ready? They're coming to the moon, right? This was their whole plan, right? Like I've been saying, they're getting ready to dip out of this place. We're to be delivered unto a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold.
I wonder how many that is. I mean, it's a big moon, right? Not nearly as big as...
Once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
Oh, look at that. It's using the orbit. This, I only remember this from like Armageddon, right? They use the, like the orbit force or whatever to like propel themselves. That's as far as my knowledge goes.
Admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems.
I love this. The most propulsive of propulsion systems. It's so
Built
cute.
to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Oh wow, that's fast. I mean, we gonna make the jump to light speed, right? You have light speed in this universe, right? Okay, so this is where it was going. So instead, I mean, you know, thinking back to my whole, maybe we bring Zodiac back, or you know, try to rebalance it, but the true fix is we getting the F out. We getting the F out of here. Okay, all right, let's think about this, right? We only have room on this ship for so many, you know, people. So you know, we it's like Noah's Ark, right? We gotta pick and choose carefully. What some of the first people that came to mind that we should definitely bring are the Chais, right? The Chais are the homies, right? People from like Amaric and them, like from every expansion, all the base games and that, like, you know, there's certain people that we gotta make sure get on this thing, right? I just got a new house in Ishgard. Now I gotta leave the house in Ishgard to go to a different world.
Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers.
Oh. I hope they have a gold saucer on here. You think they have a gold saucer on here? I would love it if they had a gold saucer. We definitely need one of those, right?
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges?
The Charlians. It's the Charlians, right? This all but confirms it. Number one priority is gold saucer on the moon. I mean, they're talking about essentials, right? Amenities, our amenity, you know. Yo, we knew it, right? We knew it from the beginning, right? That they were getting ready to dip out, right? This was their whole thing, right here. They're prepping for this. Like, it makes sense, right? Save humanity and all traces of it, knowledge, the arts, everything. You see, there was this big old teleportation thing with Xenos and the Fandaniel, but yeah, Heidelin. Yeah, I am Heidelin, kind of.
You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Like little baby carrot people. Oh my god.
Confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
Best arc in the game.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
Yo, I'd be curious to read about that, but like I want, you know, think about all the secrets in there, the lore, the history.
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
For the most part, yeah, it is. They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my god. Oh, what is this? I just popped.
Can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy.
Yeah, the sizes of the everything, right, is too big, right? Everything they built is sized incorrectly for us.
Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale.
You know, I mean, it's not the worst to have like a huge bed 3 times the size you need. You just, you know, you just partner up multiple times.
All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Man, these people, they work very fast, don't they? Like, how long is it gonna take for them to scale it down?
More about your terrestrial collaborators.
Charlians.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers to be.
You'll be surprised to find out there are people of our world who are about the size of you. There are small ones. I'm one of the tallest and bulkiest that you'll come across here. Just letting you know, it's all muscle, all mass, all gains. Dude, I love these. The Loporrits, whatever they're called. Oh, they're awesome.